Hello logical thinkers. Today we are going to solve removing leading zeros problem. The problem statement is you will be given a numeric string. For example, it is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 3, 4. This is a integer content and it is stored in a string. You have to remove the leading zeros from the string and then you have to print the output after removing the leading zeros. It is 1, 0, 2, 3, 4. What do you mean by leading zero? You have to start from the left hand side. When you encounter first non-zero value, you have to stop there, remove the left hand side and print the other values. That is 1, 0, 2, 3, 4. So this is the problem statement. The solution for the problem is I'm writing the integer data here. This is a string. Each digit will hold a particular index. It is the 0th index, first index, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. What we have to do is we have to start reading from the left hand side. We have to read the 0th index and you have to check whether the digit in the 0th index is equal to 0 or 1. If it is equal to 0, then you have to move right. So this is equal to 0. So I am moving to the right, going to the first index and then I am checking whether this is equal to 0 or not. It is equal to 0, going to the right, that is the second index, equal to 0, going to the third index, this is also equal to 0, moving to the right, fourth index. If you see, this is 1 is not equal to 0. What you have to do is, now we have arrived at a point where we encountered first non-zero digit. So we have to remove everything to the left and then we have to keep only this. Either we have to remove this or we have to print only this, correct? That is the problem statement. So what I am trying to do is, in Java, we have a method called substring. It will accept one parameter, that is the index. If you see here, at the index 4, we got a digit which is not equal to 0. You have to remember this particular index. So index is equal to 4. You have to remember this and this has to be given as input over here. So what this substring will do is, it will take the digit from the index which we specified, that is the 4th index, till end of the string. So if you give substring of 4, what will happen is, it will start printing from 1 and then it will go to the right and then till the 8th index, that is the last index. So this entire thing will be taken into consideration. 1, 0, 2, 3, 4. What this method will return is, it will return a string that is this particular value. So it will start from the index which we give, that is the 4th index, and it will go towards right till the end of the string. So 1, 0, 2, 3, 4 will be returned by this particular substring method. So that is the usage of this particular method. Now what we are doing is, we are not removing this particular 0. We are taking the value from the index where we got the first non-zero digit, and then we are going towards the right, taking all the values, and then we are going to store it in a different string. So this is how we are interpreting. Instead of removing the leading zeros, we are taking the values after the leading zeros, and then we are storing it in a string. Here you might get a confusion why this particular 0 is not removed. So the example of, or the meaning of leading 0 is the zeros which are present in the left hand side of the first non-zero digit. So the zeros which are present in the left hand side of the first non-zero digit is called the leading 0. Got my point, right? You have to start from the left. Now let me tell you the Java program. So this is the Java program. I will dissect it and then I will tell you how it is working. So this is the string. I have hard coded the value. You might take as input from the user. This is the 0th index, first index, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. This is the answer string. Here in the 8th line we have the for loop. I am initializing I is equal to 0, since you know that we have started from the 0th index. And then I am iterating. Here if you see I less than str.length, this particular string dot length, the length of this string is 9. Why it is not less than or equal to 9? The reason is we are starting from the 0th index and going till 8th, correct? So if you give 9, it is out of bound. So that is the reason we are giving I less than 9, and this is not correct and this is correct. And then at the end of each iteration, I am iterating the value of I. String str dot character at index I. This is the meaning of this particular method. Character at the given index I. Initially the index will be 0, so here we will be having 0. The character at index 0 is 0. So 0 equal to 0. As a result, we will go inside the for loop. We have continue, and then after continue it will go here. It will increment the value of I. So the initial value of I is 0. Now it is getting incremented 0 plus plus, which will give you 1. Now it will again go to the if statement. Character at index 1, again it is 0, which is equal to 0. Continuing, I is getting incremented, is equal to 2. If you see, 2 is also 0. 0 is equal to 0. Continue going here. Now the value of I is 3. So 3 again it will be equal to 0 if you see. And then I'm just continuing again going here. 0 is getting incremented to 4. Now this is the important step. Character at index 4 is equal to 0. So what is the character at index 4? It is 1. 1 is not equal to 0. So what will happen? It will not go inside this particular if statement. It will go to the else statement. Now in the else statement we have str dot substring of index. The index is 4. So as I told you earlier, it will start from the index, go towards the right, take all the digits, and then it will return as a string that is getting stored in the answer string, which is of string data type. Now this answer string will contain the required output, and then I'm breaking. Why we are not continuing it? Because we got the required output, correct? The leading zeros are removed, and then the values to the right 1 2 3 4 5 are there in the answer string. I am breaking it, and then it will come to the line number 16. This answer string is getting printed in the output. So the output will be 1 2 3 4 and then 5. So this is the required output. So first I told you the problem statement and then the solution explanation and the Java coding. Thanks for watching the explanation.